where we are going to give you a classic throwback. And the throwback has been inspired by a certain actress who has had a little bit of a... What's the word? Like a renaissance? Is that the right word? Resurgence.
Yeah, she's come back into the public eye massively.
Exactly. And that amazing woman, who has starred in classics, let's not forget.
Yeah.
She starred in films such as A Cinderella Story, Legally Blonde, and she's recently really struck gold.
The world's very first, because they invented it for the film, she is the world's first MILF.
The world's first MILF. A title that many would love. And she's recently struck it big with her appearance in a TV show, The White Lotus. And that legend is Jennifer Coolidge. You will know her as Stifler's mum. And our throwback to you this week is the original American Pie. Now, the scary thing about American Pie is that it was released 24 years ago.
God, that's hard, isn't it? That's hard to hear.
24 years ago. I was 10 when American Pie came out, right? And I have to be absolutely honest. So I was 10. My brother was like 14. By the time it came out on VHS, DVD, I think he was like 15, 16. I was like 12. And he bought it, and my brother was saying, this is the funniest film I've ever seen. Like, this is the best film ever. And I watched it, didn't understand any of it. I did not understand any of it. That classic bit in the pint glass where
Stifler's getting his drink on.
Yeah, where someone does something in the pint glass. I had no idea what that was. I have to be honest, no idea. But I think American Pie, not only the music's great, just the whole American high school vibe. I used to love, the jocks and all of that kind of jazz. I love that sort of stuff.
Set off so many careers as well, didn't it?
Oh, huge! I mean, you look at the cast. I mean, Tara Reid. Tara Reid was.
Oh,
Jason Biggs, Sean William Scott, obviously the stiff man himself. Chris Klein, Alyson Hannigan. There's so many.
Shannon Elizabeth.
I mean, my word.
Oh,
but the music, kind of like the was it like pop rock kind of Blink 182, all that kind of vibe was going. And the funny thing is, it like you mentioned before when we were talking about it, it spawned, like, obviously I think there's been 3 direct, obviously American Pie 2, then there was American Pie The Wedding, and then there was American Reunion, which were like the main stars back together, wasn't there? Then there was the straight to DVD ones like Bandcamp, The Naked Mile, and something else.
Yeah.
Beat a House, I want to say.
Something like that. I was about to say Road Trip, but that was just a
no. They
rip-off,
were all
wasn't it?
about, like, I think Jim's dad, obviously played by the legend Eugene Levy, used to star in them in a very small role, and he'd be like some sort of guidance counselor in a camp, and it'd be about Stifler's brother. They're not worth your time, but obviously I think American Pie 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all stand up as decent films. I'm not.
You see, I 1 and 2, yeah. The Wedding I can watch. The Reunion, I mean, I went.
Not a fan of the Reunion, nah.
Nah.
Oh, see, I was a bit of a. I like the Reunion. I think it was just more the nostalgic throwback because when American Pie 2 came out, I was at the age then. I knew what things were.
You got it.
So, like, it was, I was well in. And the funny thing is, American Pie, I think, if you watch it now, obviously, there's bits that are dated, the cell phones or whatever it may be, the webcam especially. But the actual essence of the story and the kind of coming of age kind of vibes from it is still unbelievable. And
it's still got that feel of, Grease, American Graffiti, sort of 10 Things I Hate About You, them hitting your first love, your first drink, your first parties, things like that. Yeah. It's hitting all them, but it's done right so that you actually care about the characters. Do you know, though, the only one I never liked was Chris Klein.
Oz.
He just didn't fit. I just didn't like him. I don't know what
Is
it
that
was.
because when he sang in the choir bit, where he sang, I'm sure it was is it How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You? And he just goes solo, and he goes like Scooby-Doo, yeah, punchable moment for a film character. That, and then obviously he comes back for American Pie 2, doesn't he? But then he did one, didn't he? He didn't want to be part of the wedding.
Yeah, he's just a wet lettuce, though. I just don't care about people like that.